I hope. Test, test. Hello to everyone. Patricia, yes, I see. Yes, beautiful. Good morning. Good morning to everyone here, too. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I'm trying to be springy, and my mat is so cold because it was in the car. If you could just take a moment to stand and let yourself, oops, I'm off camera, stand and let yourself be nice and tall. And let's focus at our feet for a few moments and maybe just pull up our toes and put them down and lift our heels and pull up our toes and lift our heels and then pull up those toes and the heels. And then as you come down onto your feet, can you feel that you land on both toes and heels? All five toes across the top, all the points of the heels behind us. And just take a breath. Could you really press with intention into your right foot? And as you press into that right foot, just feel your right leg, your right thighs starting to firm up, lift upward. And then change and press into your left foot. Be intentional and feel how the leg and the thighs start to firm as you draw upward. And then press into both feet. Feeling nice and long and firm, active, engaged. Legs, thighs coming to the hips. And just take a breath. I really want to feel connected to everything from my tailbone south. Feeling grounded into the earth in this moment. I'll slowly let my head fold towards my chest and just roll down to my toes. And I can soften my knees as much as I need to in order to get my hands on the floor or use a block. And again, just lift up your toes for a moment and put them down, and then lift up your heels for a moment and put them down, and then toes again, and heels again, and toes again, and heels again, and then put the foot down. And then that same sense. Could you really press into your right foot and really press into your left foot and feel both feet? We're grounded. We're here. We're now. We're in this moment. And then again, just soft knees rolling back up, letting the tailbone drop towards the earth, and letting the crown of the head rise to the sky. I'm going to find my pubic bone and my navel and lightly let them drop inward to me, into me. Gently draw them upward to the heart as well. Let the heart or breastbone rise in the crown of the head. And just feel the shoulder blades soften or float down the back body. So now everything from the tailbone north is lengthening towards the sky. And again, take a deep breath and just feel that breath moving through you. And if you could, start to have an inhalation that moves down through the body. So you start to focus a little bit on breathing in and down. And as you're breathing down through the body, you might feel the breath moving through the throat, the chest. And can you breathe down into the abdomen? And then continuing with this downward movement, inhale through the nose, coming down, down, down to the belly. And as you exhale, let the breath go down the legs and out through the feet. Inhaling inward and downward. Exhaling downward and outward. 3 times. I'm letting my eyes just slowly open out, bringing my palms to my heart, and just taking a moment, feeling strongly grounded into this moment, feeling aware of my body, aware of my breath. And as I stand for a moment, does an intention come to me for my practice? It might just be a word, a thought, a feeling, something to embrace for the next 50 minutes. And if an intention has come to you, repeat it to yourself 3 times. Then greeting yourself to your practice. Namaste. We'll let our knees soften, and I have my blocks in front of me, and I'll just gently roll towards my feet. Now, I use the word gentle, and I often use the phrase with ease, but I'm just looking for this to be a very simple, maybe graceful, gracious, gentle flow. That doesn't necessarily make it easy because I want my body and my awareness to really flow with it. So I'm being very mindful during it. It just means that I'm going with a natural flow. I'll let both of my knees bend. And as I do so, my thigh bones are coming down a bit. And then I'll straighten my legs, trying to draw my ribs to my thighs, and then bend my knees again, inhaling. And then exhaling. One more time. Inhaling to bend. And then exhaling to straighten. Let the knees soften. And as you inhale, roll up. I'm going to take my thumbs to my shoulders, lengthen, stretch, and reach skyward like a volcano, very strong and long as I go. And again, the movement flows with ease, graceful. Deep breath. As I exhale, I'll press my arms down through space. Let the chin fold to the chest and roll down to the toes again, drawing the navel deeply inward and upward to me 3 times. The knees will bend as I inhale, straighten as I exhale, soften as I bend. Straighten with firmness to the thighs. Last time, bending and straightening. Draw the navel inward, upward, rolling to the sky, thumbs to the shoulders. Inhale into this volcano. Exhale, lengthen, float down. I'm rolling right back down to my toes. Once again, I'm going to take my time, bending and straightening and bending and straightening. And a last time, bending. Beautiful. I'm straightening again. Find the navel, draw it inward, upward, rolling to the sky, thumbs to the shoulders, volcano like as I lengthen and stretch upward. This time I'll just exhale, float down my arms, relax the shoulders, and gently take the left hand behind the back with the right arm reaching out. Again, it's 3 times. Inhale, lengthen upward. Exhale, rotate to the left. Beautiful, different perspective in the room. Inhale, open. Exhale, left. Just looking, seeing. Beautiful. Inhale, open. Exhale, lengthen, lift, rotate, and let's hold here for 3 breaths. Maybe just gazing towards your fingertips, looking beyond them. As I inhale and I come back to neutral, my left hand goes down my hip a little bit. As I exhale, I lengthen and stretch over to my left. Inhale back, neutral. Exhale, lengthen up and over to the left. Beautiful. And back to neutral. And a last time, up and over. And when I come to neutral, both arms down, I'll hinge at my hips, lengthening my trunk to come forward and down. And 3 times in a gazing pose. Inhale, let the eyes gaze to the top of the mat. Again, looking at a new perspective. Exhale, draw inward. Inhale, gaze outward. Exhale, gaze inward, out, and in, and rolling up. Come right back into that volcano. Let those arms reach skyward. And again, feel nice and strong. And then float the arms down. My right hand's behind my back. My left arm's out long. Inhale, tall. Exhale to the right. New perspective in the room. Inhale. Exhale. And a last one. When I come around, I'm going to hold and just let myself lengthen, look, breathe. And then come to center. Let that left palm come up and just over to your right as you exhale. Inhale, center. It's interesting how the two sides of the body might feel very differently, almost as if one side of me belongs to the 20-year-old me and one side belongs to the one who's already 90. Let that come down. Nice, easy hinge. Okay, ready to gaze forward. Inhale, top of the mat. Exhale into you. Inhale outward. Exhale inward. Inhale. Exhale. Roll to the sky. I'm into that volcano one last time. I'm going to reach up, 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 up. And my volcano takes me to my rotation. So let it be comfortable. Inhale here. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back, rotate, look left. You've got it. Inhale up, left arm forward. Inhale. Last one. Coming center, lengthen up. Exhale, lengthen and fold. And here we are. I'm going to keep it nice and soft. I'm going to move my blocks out of my way. And I'm just going to take it, again, gently for me, just graceful for me. Walking my hands out. I'm coming out, out, out into a plank. I want to be strong in my hands. I'm firming my arms, firming around the underarms and trunk. Let's firm the abdominal wall and firm those thighs and buttock. Take a breath as you exhale. Knees come down and pull back into a long stretch of a child's pose. Then inhale up. Exhale, form that plank. Again, think about firming arm muscles, underarm area, really trying to draw those arms inward a bit, through the chest, the back. Feel the abdominal tone, buttock, thigh. Soften the knees, drop back into that child's pose with that long lengthening stretch. One last time, inhaling up, exhaling into a plank, firm, strong, long. Soft knees, long child's pose, lengthen and stretch. I'll let myself rise up into a downward puppy. I'm just going to soften my elbows. I am keeping my knee, thigh bone, and hip aligned. I'm going to let my tailbone tilt slightly upward. And feel a nice long lengthening stretch through my ribs, through my trunk. If I were going to describe my torso, it's long, it's spacious. And then just let your elbows come down. They're just beside your ears. My palms come together over my back as if I were in a prayer position. I'm just kind of warming up and opening up through the shoulders. If I feel a stiffness or congestion, I stop and I slightly reposition. I just want to create something that allows me to be comfortable And to become in touch with all of the concepts that we'll use in downward dog: tailbone tilting skyward, trunk long, shoulders at ease. I'll let my hands come down. I'm going to gently look towards the top corners of my mat and let my hands and fingers reach to them. And here I'm going to fold my trunk downward and through. It's as if my heart and my ribs were moving towards my thigh bones. And then gently ease up to hands and knees. Think about forming that tabletop, firm in the arms, firm through the trunk, curling the toes, getting them into the stretch. Are all 10 toes ready to go? Exhale, lift the hips to downward dog. So I'm going to think about drawing my heels back and my shins and thigh bones back. And we'll just take an easy breath. Let's firm through the trunk as we walk out the hands and come more into a plank, nice and strong and long. And then exhale, soft knees and drop back, long child's pose. Inhale up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees down, pull back, child's pose. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees in child's pose. Beautiful. I'll let my hands support my head. Just relax through the hips a bit and feel the heaviness of my rib cage coming down to rest towards my thigh bones. Each time I'm moving with a flow, I try to keep it one that has a sense of ease to it. And I liken it to natural occurring flows. I take a breath in, I let a breath go, and another breath comes. One breath flows to the next. Day flows to night. Night flows to day. At the beach, the surf flows in, the surf flows out. I'll take it gently as I come up, and I'm going to come to lie down on my tummy. So as I get there, I want to lengthen my trunk as I come down, and lengthen my legs and my thighs. Hands coming in under my shoulders. Elbows draw into me. Let's let the pubic bone drop to the floor as you slowly bring up the head, shoulders, and chest, and then prop to the forearms and into the Sphinx. Check that your elbows align to the shoulders. You can press into your forearms for support. Shoulder blades just soften down the back. Flex the right foot. Take the heel to the buttock. Let's breathe and hold. And 3 times, let the toes touch down, heel to buttock and hold. Toes touch down, heel to buttock and hold. And toes touch down and heel to buttock. And as you relax that leg, you might find it feels a little bit longer than the left, and you feel a little bit stronger on that right side. Let your trunk float down. Just take a breath here. Relax the legs, thighs, and hips. And when you're ready, hands under shoulders. Elbows draw inward. Pubic bone lowers to the floor, and the trunk rises upward to the sky. Propping up to elbows and forearms. Shoulder blades down the back. Flex the left foot, heel to buttock, and hold. And then 3 times, toes down, heel up and hold. Toes down, heel up and hold. Toes down, heel up and hold. And gently relax. And float down. This time, as I let go, my palms are going to stay under my shoulders. When I inhale, I'll gently sink the pubic bone, lift the breastbone, head, shoulders. Can I take my palms off the mat? Take a breath. And as you exhale, float down the upper body. Inhale, lift the upper body. Take off the palms. Exhale, float back down. Last time, float up. Take off the palms. And float down. I'm going to let my knees bend up. Take space between them. Hands a little bit wide. And with some momentum, push up and stop on hands and knees. As I move, know that I have options. And let's just review them. Downward facing puppy. Palms to the floor, making a tabletop long and strong. And then as you inhale, cat and cow, you could tilt upward and tilt under. Nice, easy breath as you're here. Come to neutral. If you could, downward dog or downward facing puppy. Hold for 3 breaths. And gently start your change or transition into a plank. A tabletop is good too. Firm arms, firm through the trunk. Next one's your choice. You can do a cat and a cow or lower your knees, bend at the elbows, slide forward into upward dog, and then exhale back into downward dog. 3 breaths. Lengthening out, plank or tabletop. Again, firming the body. Remember, we could all come to a tabletop and do one cat and cow. Relax the knees, bend at the elbows, and inhale into upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Please, if you prefer, use that downward puppy. 3 breaths. You're making that choice, plank or tabletop, but whatever choice you make, the action is to be firm, strong, long. And then here's your final one. You could lower to the knees, cat and cow, or take an upward dog, and then a downward dog. And we are done. Take it slowly. I want to lower my knees. I'm going to walk both of my hands over to my right. My right hand stays to the floor. My left hand comes on top of my right. I'm going to press my hips back slightly left as I take this easy stretch to my right. I'm going to press that left hand down and slightly let the left elbow lift so that I could look through the open space of my left arm. And then gently neutral hands that come to center. I'm going to bring myself up, walk my hands left. I'm putting my right hand on top of my left. My hips are going back slightly right. I'm looking left. And then could you slightly let that right elbow lift up so you look through the open space of the arm? And walk to center and come on up. Hands and knees. I'm still rotating. Left hand's on the mat. Right arm comes under. Remember, you want to come onto your shoulder and the side of your head, but make it be position of comfort and ease. Left palm can give you some support. I can be very firm to it. I could let my fingers walk up to the top corner, left corner of my mat, and look through my underarm. I could walk my hands right, a little bigger rotation. And only if it's comfortable for me would I put my hand, left hand, on my back. And walk the hand back into its original place so it gives you support. And gently press and come up. Please take your time. Right hand's on the mat. Left arm threads under and through. Again, come comfortably to the outer shoulder. Let your right hand give you some support. You could walk right fingers top right corner. They could walk left. If it's comfortable for you, hand to back. Right palm on the floor. Slowly unwind. Very similar. I could repeat eye of the needle, or I could return to downward facing dog. Let my left hand maintain its place. Let my right hand cross towards my left leg and look through the open window of my left arm. So it's, again, always your choice. What would suit for you right now as you take that breath? Hands coming to center. Let's return to our knees for a moment and just be in a tabletop. Again, what's comfortable for me? Downward dog, right hand, pardon me, left hand reaching towards my right leg and I'm looking under my right arm. Or is it being in that eye of the needle again? Notice the two sides of the body can feel significantly different. Honor your practice today. Beautiful. Let's all come to hands and knees and just tabletop a moment. I'm going to let myself lie back. My knees will be bent. My feet will be on the floor. It's just one more time where I do a little bit of rotation, this time completely supported by my mat. As I'm lying back, my knees are bent, my feet are on the floor. I'm going to press to my feet, lengthen my trunk, and gently lift the hips up off the floor, shift them left, and put them down. Let the right leg reach to the right corner of the mat and let the left leg come over and be on top of it. Let the arms reach up to the ceiling. I'm going to let my right hand hold my left wrist. I'm not just going to draw my arms back. I slightly draw them over to the right, creating a crescent moon shape here against the floor. Be comfortable in your shoulders, easy at your ribs. We're inviting the breath to be long, to move with ease and grace through the body. Let the arms and the trunk come neutral and release them. Bring the knees and the feet to neutral and the hips as well. And just take a moment. You could relax here, pose of awareness. You could shift a little bit right to left. But when you're ready, press to the feet, lift the hips slightly, shift them right, put them down. Left foot reaches to left corner mat. Right foot comes over on top of it. Arms to the sky. Left hand holds the right wrist. My arms reach back and slightly over to the left of me. Again, I create the shape of a crescent. Depends what kind of inspires you or resonates for you. The crescent moon. It might be a croissant. Okay, could be a banana, a letter C. Here I come. I'm coming to neutral with my arms and head and trunk and releasing the hands, bringing the feet to neutral and just being for a moment, pose of awareness. Again, I want to think about just going with a gentle flow. I'm going to hold my hips, my ribs, my shoulders, and my head balanced and still on the floor. And I just do the best that I can with that as my focus. And then take the right foot off the floor. Did you stay still and quiet in the hips, ribs, shoulders, and head? Right foot down. Left foot up. And again, does everything stay balanced? Left foot down. You might try pressing left foot to mat and lifting off the right foot. And then changing, pressing to the right foot and lifting the left. Beautiful. And as I keep that going, another way to help me balance is to remember my yoga bandha. Exhaling and lightly drawing navel inward and upward, creating stability through my trunk. Now I'll keep these knees going, but instead of moving from bent knees, one leg is straight and one knee comes into me. If I lose the balance in my hips, ribs, shoulders, and head, I'd go back to bent knees the whole time. Inhaling, feet out. Exhaling, knee in. Inhale. Exhale. Again, focusing on a flow that is graceful, a flow that has a sense of ease to it as opposed to compromise or shifting or having to make some kind of shift in the body, but rather letting the body be at ease and the movement be one of ease. Can you start to draw your navel in a little bit deeper to you? Could you start to lengthen the head and neck and draw up head, neck, shoulders, chest? You could linger for a moment. Again, like any flow, there's a natural pause at the end of the exhalation where you could linger. Just do two to finish. And then gently let both knees come to your chest. If you could, feet to the floor. Get comfortable. And again, find balance on the hips, ribs, shoulders, and head. This time, stretch out the right leg. toes going straight out in front of me, and I'm on a diagonal line, excuse me. So when my right leg went out, it was on a diagonal line, and then put it down. Left leg stretches out in front of you, not on the floor, but on that line going right past the right knee, and put it down. Reach out, come back in, lengthen in front. Beautiful. Again, I could just do this, or I could let my fingertips come in behind my head, draw my navel inward and upward, and gently curl up head, neck, and trunk. Could the hands and arms reach towards those alternating legs as I reach just the legs in movement, and I hold my trunk long and strong in the start of a boat. Take one leg up and hold it. Could the other leg meet it? Breathing. And the knees come in. And the head is down and the feet come down. And again, go back to alternating the legs out. Again, they go up and out on this diagonal line. And I'm keeping balance on my hips, ribs, and shoulders. My fingertips come in behind my head. Just once, I could draw on the navel, lengthen the neck, and roll up. Could my hands and arms reach to my legs? Could one leg hold out? Second leg meets it, Navasana boat. And the knees come in. And the feet come down. Take it gently as you move, rolling knees to one side, coming up to hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, firm arms, toes curl, lifted hips, downward dog. At this time, let the knees stay soft as the hands walk back. And you're in a standing forward fold, spreading the toes apart, letting the knees soften as the head, neck, shoulders just soften and shake out a bit. And then with those knees remaining soft, gently roll up, relaxing the shoulders at the top and just lengthening long and tall as you pivot to come to the center of your mat, taking your left foot out widely to the left and letting the right leg stretch long and away from it with the toes going to the wall to your right side. Make certain you feel the outer edge of the right foot on the mat. Your right thigh is active. Right heel aligns to the arch of the left foot, and gently let that right leg start to just bend and straighten. Maybe think of the right shin bone being drawn to that wall. I'm going to keep my hands on my thighs or hips, remembering to keep my trunk lifted. I'll keep my left hand down while I take my right arm out. And when I reach, it's to hold, eyes gazing right. Can you feel the outer edge of your right foot and a nice firm right thigh? Turn your right palm up and bring it overhead, reversing your warrior. Beautiful. The right hand and arm on the inside. Let the left arm reach long. Feel that you're strong and long from your left foot. Beautiful. Let both hands come to thighs and hips. And I really want to push into my right thigh. Takes a great deal of abdominal tone to take out one arm and then the other. Beautiful. Can you inhale up and out into warrior two? Breathe in, hold. I'll let my hands come to my ribs as I straighten my legs. Gonna push my hips left and then lengthen my rib cage right, taking out right arm and left arm to triangle. Beautiful. And then let the hands float. You'll press to your thigh and find your abdominal tone to bring you up and into neutral feet. Just let your knees soften, hips going back, trunk coming forward and down, and the head could just gently nod yes and no. I could work with a block. My legs stay straight. My feet stay straight on, toes to the wall in front of me, but I'll walk both of my hands towards my right leg. Let your shoulders relax and feel your back is long. Could you turn your right toes out as if those toes went to ballet class and slightly bend that right knee? So you have a very small lunge. You're just stretching long and away from your left foot. So your left inner leg, left thigh, and hip are stretching. And then straighten the right leg and bring that foot to neutral. And just let yourself come over towards your left foot, left leg. It's your trunk, and I've kept everything in neutral first. And then I'm turning my left foot out and just letting there be a light bend of that knee or lunge. So I'm stretching. And then I'm straightening the leg, and both of my feet are neutral. And I'll toe and heel the feet in a couple of times and just let the knees be soft and relaxed. And then gently roll up. And the shoulders relax at the top. And here I am. I'm going to put my right foot down and the left foot out nice and wide. And the left foot turns so the toes are to the top of the mat. And the left heel, doopsie doops, is aligned to the arch of the right foot. And I'm strong to the outer edge of my left foot. And I'll just let the knee bend and straighten a few times. Beautiful. And then could you lunge and hold and just let that left arm go out and feel nice and long and strong. Again, active to the outer edges of the feet, firming the thigh muscles. Left palm up, come into the reverse warrior. Beautiful. And then left arms inside the leg, right arms out long, side angle pose. Both hands are down, finding abdominal tone and a very firm left thigh. You might really press into that foot. Left arm, right arm. Beautiful. Then inhale up and out into your warrior two. And then my hands to my ribs. Feel the ribs. Keep them long and strong as you straighten the legs. Press the hips right. Lengthen the rib cage left, left arm, right arm, and we're a triangle. Beautiful. I'm going to stay here. My hands come down. I'll let my left knee soften as I pivot into a runner's lunge to my left. I shifted my blocks over so they give me some support here, and I'm just taking this nice long lengthening stretch. My left foot's going to be firm and strong to the floor. My right leg is long and firm behind me. My hands are comfortable. They're under my shoulders. My shoulders relax, and the shoulder blades draw down the back. Could you possibly? So remember, it is a question. Could you possibly step the right foot up to meet the left foot? If you'd prefer to come down onto your hands and knees and then put your left leg behind you, please do so. If you could come into the standing forward bend and then left foot back, beautiful. But I now have my right foot forward and my left leg back, firm into the right foot, firm through the left leg and thigh. My transition again could be through hands and knees, or pushing into my hands and right foot. Left foot steps into forward fold. Right leg steps back into a lunge. Take a breath. Right foot forward, left leg back. Take a breath. Left foot forward, right foot back. Right foot forward, left foot back. Relax the left knee down. Relax the right knee back. And take a soft and easy child's pose. I'm going to fold and let my ribs come to my thigh bones. And this time, take my hands back to my feet. Now, if that doesn't quite work for you, you could stack your hands and let them be a pillow for your forehead. And as you inhale, ease up. And as I come to lie down on my back, I want to have space to my right and to my left. So I really am going to put the blocks down at the bottom. I'm going to have space between my feet before I even start and just lie back for a few moments. I'm starting in pose of awareness. My hands are on my thigh bones. I press palms to thigh bones to help me lengthen my trunk a little bit. And then let the arms be at your side, palms up, so you look like a letter A. Feel the right shoulder just ease comfortably. Shoulder blade drawing down the back. Same with the left. So that the back of the shoulders, the elbows, the wrist, the back of the hand heavy to the mat. Then let your arms open to a letter T. And as they do so, this is about softening the top of the shoulder and stretching hands and fingers long and away from the midline of the body. And then keep those hands on the floor, and could the arms just shift to look like a letter Y? Again, feel your shoulders just softening down away from the ears. The neck is long and comfortable. And then slide the arms back down to that letter A. And again, just soft through the shoulders, each shoulder, each elbow, the wrist, the back hand to the mat with a breath. Arms sliding out to that letter T, open and expansive at the underarm and chest, but still inviting the shoulders, the elbows, the wrist, and the hand to the mat. Last time coming to that letter Y, even as I position my arms, it's shoulders, elbows, wrist, and hand to the floor. And then slide in those hands in the arms. And let's place the right ankle up onto the left thigh bone. The right hand is just gently inviting the right knee to open. As I'm here, I want to find balance across my hips so they feel even. Let the right leg stretch up to the sky, flexing the foot and maybe just holding wherever you can comfortably behind the thigh. Finding balance again, hips and shoulders. Release the hands and let the right foot turn out as if it were in ballet class. Cross that right leg to the left and feel your right knee crossing, pardon me, feel your left knee crossing right. Let the two knees just be crossed. My right came over my left, and gently bring these knees towards you. These are the legs of cow face pose. I'm feeling comfortable that the back of my pelvis, my sacrum, is balanced to the mat, as are my ribs and my shoulders. Let the left foot come down and find the floor, and then the right foot. And take a moment just to be, again, in pose of awareness with breath. Balanced on the hips, bring the left foot over, left ankle on right thigh. And again, try to maintain those balance points. Take the left leg to the sky, holding on behind the left thigh if you could, and just maintaining balance on the body. Turn the foot out. Okay, here we go. Left leg's crossing right. Right knee's crossing left. As I drape down my left knee, the knees are on top of each other. Could you bring up the feet, the legs of cow face pose? Easy on the right foot, easy on the left. Get comfortable again, pose of awareness. Arms at your side like a letter A. Shoulders, elbows, wrist, and hands to the mat. Arms sliding open to a letter T, lengthening. Hands and arms staying to the mat as you gently slide them to a letter Y. And then sliding back to the T, to the A, scooping the arms up to the ceiling, feeling the backs of the shoulders and the ribs, just imprinting to the mat. Press into the right foot and feel the imprint from the right foot to the left shoulder and ribs. And then change. Press to the left foot, imprinting to the right shoulder and ribs. And then be on both feet. And feel both shoulders, both sides of the ribs, sinking to the mat as you float down the arms back into that letter A. Feel the back of the hips sinking into the floor. And as you're ready, let one leg and then the other leg stretch out towards their respective corners of the mat, resting in Shavasana. As you lie here at rest, bring your awareness to the heart center and feel the heart opening to your awareness. Allow all of your senses to come into the heart to be able to listen and hear within that space, to look and to see within the space, to be fully engaged and aware of the heart center. Take a moment and, if you recall your original intention, just feel a connection to it once again. As you continue to be within the heart, can you behold the light within that space? Feel the light all encompassing and allow it to illuminate for you the light of your own being. Let the palms come to the heart. You could put one atop the other or let the palms come to a pearl-like position. But as you behold the light of your own true being, take a moment to honor and greet it respectfully as you do the light of all who have joined with us today. Namaste. I thank you for joining, and I encourage you to really take your time. You could always return to maybe just slightly moving the legs or slightly moving the hands and the arms to feel that everything is coming back into a place of full awareness, ready to go out into the world. But just moving your own time and space. And when you're ready, take a soft, easy roll to one side. And again, in your own time, coming to sit. I thank you for joining today, and I wish you a beautiful Sunday afternoon. And I thank you at home too.